Hello there YouTube, it's your boy B3, back with another kicking manga review. Today, as promised, we are talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist, Volume 1, Duelist Kingdom by Kazuki Takahashi, rest in peace King. Alright, this is fun. This is the sequel to the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. We have reviewed the original Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga in its entirety, and we will be reviewing all of Duelist, Millennium World, and R in their entirety. Don't know if I want to go past that, to be completely honest. Maybe 5Ds. I don't know about GX. But this is the sequel to the original, and it's basically all dual monsters with a little dungeon dice monsters, you know? This is more what the anime adapted, with Junichi, known as Joey in the anime, at least here in the West, not knowing how to play, and Yugi and Yugi's grandpa got to teach him. But Yugi gets a package in the mail. And before he opens it, they watch the Duel Monsters kind of tournament finals with Dinosaur Ryuzaki, called Rex Raptor here, and Insector Haga, called Weevil Underwood here. Insector Haga, objectively cooler name than Weevil Underwood. Dinosaur Ryuzaki, probably cool. No, you know what? I think Rex Raptor is a cooler name than Dinosaur Ryuzaki, but nothing dinosaur is uncool. Anyway, in this, the big grand stages from the anime, they don't really have that. They sit at a table and play, and there's a box around them that produces the holograms. It's a much, much smaller stage, and that's something that I actually think the anime does better. It gives these battles a much bigger, grander stage, which is, I think, visually important in the anime. Maybe not as much here. Maybe not as much in the manga, but in the anime, that was a good choice. Anyway, Weevil wins seemingly without cheating, but we know how Weevil is. Or Insector Haga, sorry. Throughout these reviews, I'm probably going to go back and forth between their Japanese names and their Western names. But we see Maximilian J. Pegasus. That's cool. I think his name might change too. But he's the president of Industrial Illusions Incorporated, which created the Duel Monsters game. But Yugi, after this, opens his package, sees his dual glove, 2 star chips, and a tape. And it is an invitation to the Duelist Kingdom tournament because he heard Yugi defeated Kaiba twice. Because it does happen twice. There's the original defeat of Kaiba, and then there's the rematch at the Death 5 Tower. But yeah, Yugi has a card game, a shadow game, against the recording of Pegasus, which is a recording, so it's a little odd because it calls it a recording. So can Pegasus's eyes see the future? No, that's a different Millennium item. So is it not a recording? It says it's a recording, but I think, at least in the sub of, or it's not the sub, the dub of the anime, it implies that it's not. Of course, Yugi loses, but only just barely. He only loses because the time limit runs out. He actually almost defeats Pegasus with his Dark Magician and stuff. Dark Magician is, of course, called Black Magician in this, but he will start being called Dark Magician in later volumes. But when Yugi loses, Grandpa's soul is taken from his body, and it's put in a TV. Pegasus doesn't keep it in a card, it's in a TV that Yugi carries around, and it almost kind of feels like the author kind of forgets Yugi has it on his person sometimes, but he gets his cards that are the official tournament invitation. We see Junichi talk to his sister who's going blind, and he wants to enter to win money to help her. So, Yugi gives him a star chip, but you know how they all have to kind of sneak on board and stuff? They don't really seem to do that. They're just allowed to have Anzu and Honda as guests. And it's Anzu and Honda, of course, being Taya and Tristan, respectively. They trade cards on the boat. Joey makes his deck better. Dinosaur Ryuzaki fights Mai. in a duel that we don't really get to see. Weevil Underwood, aka Inspector Haga, throws, and this is true, throws Exodia overboard, just like the anime and stuff. And Yami Yugi actually comes out in this moment to fuss at him. And Yugi goes back and forth between himself and Yami. In the anime, he just kind of stays Yami for the whole thing here. And he does start his battle with Inspector Haga and discovers that field power bonuses are now a thing. And you know, this is before rules and stuff are real solid. So there's a lot of just BS and shenanigans for the whole battle, but I do like Haga's strategies. He's a little cheater. He's a little cheating turd by throwing away Exodia, and technically leading Yugi to this field power bonus isn't cheating. That's strategy, but it seems like he got the info about how field power bonuses and stuff work. And there's also this weird type advantage thing like Pokemon has, where it's like, oh, warriors are weak against flying types and things like that. But Weevil summons his Great Moth. It's not a perfectly ultimate one, because Yugi was able to defeat the Cocoon kind of soon, so it's not at full power, but he's able to use a fusion monster to fight it, as well as summon Skull. Everyone loves the summon Skull, huh? And then we get to Jonichi's first fight, which is, of course, with Mai, who tries to psych him out with card tricks and pretend that she is psychic. Also, Harpy Ladies, one of my favorite archetypes. Truly. No, not for the reason you think, even though they are very scantily clad. For instance, one of the cards is called like Bondage, like one of the equip cards. Yeah, they really changed that name for sure. But that is it. It kind of stops in a cliffhanger, so you don't see Jonichi defeat Mai. You got to get the next volume for that. Luckily, I do have it, and it is prepped for review. So that is it. Thank you all for tuning into Yu-Gi-Oh! Duelist Volume 1 Duelist Kingdom. Thank you all very much for your support. If you want to buy cards and comics and things, action figures and whatnot, from me, yours truly, you can check out our links down below, which can lead you to our website or physical store. Thank you all once again for your support. And I'll see you all next time. Bye for now.